This is Solo P1. Before I bring Toto on, I'm not going to bring him on yet. I'm going to just say something to the camera. At the end of the day, we were exposed. Liverpool were exposed. When are the owners are going to wake up? Who did we bring out? We brought out Alisson, Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robinson, Fabinho, Bachetek, Henderson, Nunes, Salah, and Gakpo. Look at that team. Who belongs in that team in 2023? 2023. Not 2014, not 2016, not 2018. I am talking about 2023. You got to ask yourself, you think about it. Does Fabinho belong in that team in 2023? Does Gomez belong in Liverpool? Full stop. Ever. You got to ask yourself, look, people always talk about Henderson. People always say, oh, Henderson finishes. He's finished, but Henderson has done his job. Henderson has done his job. Hall of Famer. He's been there for over 10 years. He's won us Champions League. He's won us the league. He's won us multiple cups. He's done his job. Listen, football, average football, the life cycle at your best is 10 years. Let's face it, you come in 21, 20 in a top team, 10 years and that's it. It's all steady decline. Henderson has been there since he was 21. He's now 30, nearly 32. So he's done 11 years of service for Liverpool. All you got to ask yourself is, where are the replacements? Where are the replacements? Where are they? You think about it. We won the league. I remember 2020, we won the league. We won the Champions League. We won that Super Cup, whatever there was in, and that cup after that. Only 2 teams has ever done that, or 1 team, or some Man United, but we've done it twice. Where was all the money then? Why didn't we improve our players then? Where was the money? You can't use the same players year in, year out, year in, year out. I was watching the show the other day and Jamie Carragher was on there. It was Jamie Carragher and Thierry Henry. Both always talk sense, honest pundits. It's a shame that not many of them are around today. Honest pundits. Jamie Carragher is a Liverpool legend. Liverpool legend. But there's one thing I like about Jamie Carragher. He's not biased. He's not biased. If Liverpool are doing crap, he'll come out and say that Liverpool are doing crap. Very simple. He's not going to sugarcoat it. He will come out and he'll say Liverpool are horrendous. That's what Jamie Carragher does. Honest pundit. They were speaking to Thierry Henry, and there's something they both agreed on, which I agree on. This is the end of an era. This team is finished. Listen, out of all that starting 11, I would probably keep about 2 or 3. Bachetek, I'm keeping. Standard. He's the future of Liverpool if he wants to be. If he's got the team around him. Henderson's gone. He's done his services. Bye-bye. Total respect for Henderson. Who else? I'm actually questioning Alexander-Arnold at this point. People say, Arnold's a great cross with the ball. He knows exactly where to put it. He knows exactly where to put the ball. He hasn't done that lately. I haven't seen it. He does it occasionally. But you remember last year? He done it week in and week out. Not now. How can a team who was basically the best team in Europe last season, let's face it, we was. All right, we lost the Champions League, we should have won. We lost the league by a point or two. But we was in all them finals. We played more football than anybody in football that's last season. Because we was in the final of everything. FA Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, Champions League final. We was in the final of every single competition that we could be in. And what happened? That means we played more football than anybody. But at the end of the day, this season, we have dropped. Most teams, when they drop, they go from the top, where we was last season, and then we kind of come down a little bit, then go back up. We've gone from that to there, from 10 to 0. We was 10 last season, 0 this season. There's got to be some politics going on backstage that we don't know of. I'm not speculating. I'm not just saying, it's just my opinion. For a team to go from the top at 10 to 0, there has to be something going backstage. Maybe Klopp has got too much loyalty to the players, to certain players. Maybe the Klopp has built a relationship over the years with certain players where he can't bring himself to get rid of them. Maybe it's something like that, maybe. But I'll tell you something now. I'm not Klopp out. Hold on. I'm not Klopp out. No way. I'm Klopp in. But we need to spend. We need to unload players. The players I would unload by looking at this list. Arnold would be questionable. See, people think we're weak in just midfield. We're weak in defence as well. Look at Van Dijk. Van Dijk is nowhere near the player he was last season. Nowhere near. 3 years ago, Van Dijk, he was the best defender in the world. I don't think he's the best defender in the world now. I wouldn't say it. Not after this year's performance. There's no way he's the best centre-back in the world. No more. I remember last season, Matip, he didn't get best player centre-back out of Liverpool. Van Dijk got that, but I thought Matip was right there with him. What's happened to Matip? It's time for him to go as well. You've done great for Liverpool. You've been a service to Liverpool. You've won so much for Liverpool. But it's time to go. A Klopp needs to wake up. Wake up. Forget smiling at press conferences when we're getting beat 5-2. We need to wake up. Well, look. Alisson, keep. Arnold, questionable. Gomez, buy. Van Dijk, questionable. Robinson, I'm not sure about him. Fabinho, do one. You've been a great service to Liverpool, but it's time to move on. Your legs have gone. Bacic, standard, he will start. Next season, he will start every game. Nunes, keep. Salah, if you can get a good price for Salah, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Because at the end of the day, right, if we sell Salah at the end of the season, if we did, which I don't think they're gonna, if we sold Salah, maybe you'll get a good price for him. But if we keep Salah for another season and it gets even worse, then we're not going to get much for him. People are going to go, I don't want this guy, he's finished. So if you want to sell him, you got to sell him this season, at the end of this season. So, that's the rant over, man. I just needed to get that out there. It's time for a change. It's the end of an era. Thierry Henry, Carragher said it, I agree with him. Great pundits, honest pundits. It's time for a change. So, we've got a special guy. He's not a special guest, my co-host. This is Toto Hammer. Come on, Toto. Is Toto there? There you go. We got Toto. We got Toto in the house. He's going to be doing our player ratings. We're going to get these player ratings up, and yeah, we're gonna get the players up. So the first one we got up there, we're gonna put today is Gakpo. Do the start. Yeah, he started. So we're gonna do the starting ones first. Gakpo. So what do you think of Gakpo? What number should he get?
Look, I'm pretty disappointed in this performance. At the front three, Núñez did the best out of all of them in the front three, but Gakpo not there in that first leg. Never really made an impact. Nothing really.
Nothing at all.
He played in the centre. He played in the centre like he did in the past 3-4 games. Klopp's been playing him in the centre forward, striker, whatever you want to call it. He primarily positioned left wing.
Yeah.
But Klopp continues to play him in the centre forward position.
I know.
And look, he's been doing all right there, but this game, nowhere. And the rating I'm going to give him is a 4 because look, the performance from Gakpo, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, he's a really good player, but this performance, not good.
No, it isn't. So we're gonna go with Mo Salah. We're gonna have him up next. Where is he? There you go. Salah. What are you gonna give Salah?
Salah, again, not a good performance. Soon as he scored that first goal,
which was lucky.
Nice goal for Salah. Yeah,
which was lucky.
And look, soon as he scored that lucky goal, when Salah, he was shaky. He was back to the old Finnish Salah again. What we had for the past 5 games in the Premier League. And look, the Salah is not the Salah like he used to. We need a change. We need a change. We need a change. We need Gakpo should stay. Núñez should stay. Salah, he should stay or go. It's 50-50 with Salah. But after he scored that first goal, nowhere after that. And the rating I'm going to give him is the same as Gakpo, 4.
Okay, 4. So, here's the lineup. Hold on for a second. So where, I was saying before, Toto, I'm not sure if you heard me or not. Yeah, I was saying before that I think, if we're going to sell Salah, I think we should sell him now, this season. Don't wait, till next season, because if we keep him from next season, and he has a bad season, this next season, and then we're going to get less for him. At least with now, we probably can get a big chunk of change for him. We'll get him a big chunk of change. Look, if you're gonna change Liverpool, which obviously Klopp's gonna do, because they're not gonna get rid of Klopp. Obviously, if you want to change Liverpool, you're gonna have to sell Salah. Salah's from the old guard. He's from the old guard, man. He's from the old Liverpool when we had Mane and all that and all them. Fabinho. He's from that era. If Klopp wants to have a new team, like Ferguson done back in the day, when he had all the legendary players, and finally got rid of him and brought in the new generation, you have to do it. You have to bite the button and say, look, you're gone. And Klopp has to have the nuts to do it. It's a business at the end of the day. It's a football at the end of the day, which it is a business now. Come on, football's a business. It is. If you don't think football's a business, you're delusional. Obviously, it's a business. And at the end of the day, Salah, legend, one of the greatest players to ever play for Liverpool. Top 5 easy. And I'm not taking nothing away from Salah. I'm not taking nothing away from his achievements. 100% behind Salah. But sometimes you have to think to yourself, it's time for a change. And I think if we're going to sell him, we should sell him this year. As soon as this season finishes, put him up for sale and try and get a big chunk of change and use that money to get out some heavyweight striker. That's what we should do. Throw everything at flipping, what's his name? We're not going to get him Mbappe. Anyway, that ain't going to happen. So, Henderson. Hey, what for Henderson?
Henderson. Again, I don't know why we're starting. I don't know why we're starting for.
We
He
had no
tries his
choice.
best. We know that. But the reason why we're starting, because we've got no other options. All our
That's what I
midfield
just said. We ain't got no choice.
are
We've
all
got
washed
options,
up.
but like in big games, we need big players, and like we know his legs are
And
gone, but we just Klopp's got no options, man. He's got no options. Who's he gonna pick there? He's a player like Henderson. Yeah, he was relying on Henderson, a big player, to turn up in a big game. But like he was only for 20 minutes, and then that was it. We got exposed, didn't it? So what are you gonna give Henderson?
Henderson, look, the 5 goals conceded, the back 4 and the middle 3
Yeah,
was
but what are you gonna give Henderson?
definitely
I know. What
playing.
you saying? The front three? What are you saying?
Henderson,
Huh?
the middle 3,
Yeah.
the 3 midfielders and the back 4, they were both to blame for those 5 goals that we conceded
The
because
defense
they
as
ran
well.
through our
You mean
midfielders
yeah, the
and the defense.
defense,
That's what
hadn't
I'm
it?
saying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Your line keeps breaking up. You
And
see.